Hello, this is Stefano. I'll be showing you what we do when a machine is being received for repair. Apart, of course, a report of how it was packaged, picture of issue when visually are present as soon as I open. For example, a gauge not zeroing, rust on the base, splatter of milk, etc. I remove the steam wand, inspect the steam wand as well, and on the newer version of machine, since 2020 or so, they have a set screw. It's a 2.5 millimeter that normally is pushed, is screw out enough that will prevent the wand to come unscrew. So I remove that. Then before even going further in thinking about plugging the machine in, the bottom, the ABS base is removed, unscrew, and you need a driver. It's a T20, which I then promptly replace with a normal Phillips screw, so people can have access, customer can have access to their machine easier. I inspect for wiring issues. I make sure that the safety thermostat doesn't need to be reset. I remove the heating element wire, and I do a test with a gadget, instrument, contraption called a Megger, which reads the dispersion to ground of the heating element. I think I need to move it a little bit. There we go. That one shows a good resistance, insulation. Anything that is around or below 10, it will be a consideration of an heating element bad and dispersing to ground, aka most likely a GFCI tripping. This is a good value. I do an ohm reading as well. (16 ohm), that's good. At this point in time, of course, the wires are being reconnected. And I proceed with the initial testing of the unit. This is already hot water just to make this step a little faster. Again, this is my initial testing when a machine is received. I put 2 additional gauges on the boiler. Most of the time when a gauge is not zeroing, it is still accurate going up, but most of the time. This is another contraption that I use to plug the machine in that gives me also the amperage that the machine uses. I make sure the steam valve is shut. I place a container under the group head. Pump a few times, of course. This also tells me how hard and unlubed the lever is and how much play it has. And the testing proceeds until the machine builds up pressure. And we keep an eye for any physical issue, a leakage and such and such. While the machine is warming up, there are a couple other things I do. And it is, one of them is to remove the side glass cover. I use a plastic tool and kind of pry it. A lot of time they just wanted to crack, especially as they are aging and start to look a little partially melted, such as this one. And we see, again, sometimes I use 2 different plastic tools Sometimes they come out a lot easier than other times. Like so. This one didn't crack, but as you can see, the glue and the partially melting, it is present. This machine is already making a funny hissing noise, but it is actually coming from the heating element, heating up the water. So internal, this machine had some scale inside the coil or the heating element, and it is something that also I check with an endoscope when the machine arrives. At this point in time, I'm gonna pause the video and we just wait for the machine to build up pressure. A couple of things to note: while the machine is heating up, as you notice, the hissing from the heating element mellow down as it's reaching somewhat of a temperature. What I wanted to point out is the anti-vacuum / safety valve. It will actually leak like so initially, but as the pressure builds up, it should stop. Sometimes they need a little encouragement. And I'll be showing you what I mean in another couple of bars, 0.2 bars, if it doesn't shut off or sealed up on its own. Yeah, by now it should be already sealed up. A gentle tap can sometimes help seal it up. In this case, it doesn't. So, at this point in time, we are visually noticing that both the steam valve on the front, not from the back, and the safety valve are both leaking. Looks like there is also a leak coming from the group head. And now we keep an eye for the pressure to shutting off, the pressure shutting off when it should. Yeah, the safety valve is definitely leaking as well. And of course that's another way to see that, with an inspection mirror, and of course that one. Okay, we are starting to go above 1. This machine so far is not shutting off, and I'm watching on my device that still show an amperage drawing in addition to, of course, the gauge. Keep climbing. Still going, still going. I need to turn it around, I need to see the gauge better. There we go. Still going, still going.